All right, so I think this is recording. Let's take a look at solving these three quadratic equations. On the left, I've seen students that are tempted to multiply these two binomials together. Well, you don't want to do that. You've already got it in factored form. So in what you have a zero product theorem that says if you have a list of real numbers whose product is zero, then at least one of the factors in the list must be zero. So this splits into two equations. Either this 6x plus 1 represents 0, or the x minus 6 represents 0. So this is a two-step equation. Subtract 1 from each side and divide by 6. This is just a single step. Add 6. And there we have our solution set for problem 7. So not bad at all. Let's jump in and try to tackle number 8. All right, so here we've got three terms. We know the quadratic formula will always work when you're solving a quadratic equation, but oftentimes factoring will be a quicker solution, an easier solution. Turns out we can factor this. We know that when the leading coefficient is 1, it's a little bit easier. When that leading coefficient is different than 1, then the X method is a really nice tool that we have that will help us factoring this. And if you prefer to use the X method even when you have a coefficient of 1, you can. But it's, many people are just going to do it in their head, that x times x is x squared, and two numbers that multiply together to give me 4, but add together to give me 5 are 1 and 4. So I've got plus 1 plus 4. That equals 0. By that zero product theorem, then we can split this into two equations. And we have solutions of -1 and -4. All right. If we take a look at number 9, let's get this in standard form. Let's add 2x to both sides. And again, since that leading coefficient there is 1, it's not difficult to just factor this in your head. But when that coefficient is different than 1, especially if it's a large composite number that has a lot of different factors, then that X method is definitely going to be, you'll see, a nice tool, a nice way to factor this. Here we're looking for two numbers that when multiplied together give us -24, but when added give us a +2. So what? Let's try a +6, -4. 6 times -4 is -24, but when I add these together, I get a +2. So this splits into two equations. It's pretty easy to just see what the solutions are once you've got it in factored form. All right. Hope this helps. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and I will talk to you later. Bye.